Welcome back to the ultimate Say Nothing podcast, the Daniel's Nemesis podcast. Today, I'm not saying much about Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Strikes Again and doing more radio shows. Let it wash over you and pay attention to whatever you want, even if that's the sound more than the content. I've tried and failed to get into Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Strikes Again, the sequel to The Dark Knight Returns, Batman comics. I thought the first comic book series was a bit convoluted, but at least there was mostly a story to follow in the first one. The sequel was just a series of random story points, as if Miller was just throwing stuff in and making it up as he went. There were too many characters, the motives never shone through, and I was lost as to what was going on and why. I checked the plot summary on Wikipedia, and certain details corresponded with what I had read, confirming I was reading the right plot summary, but I didn't get even half of the story that the Wikipedia article mentioned. Someone must have read that book a lot of times to tease out the few threads of story within it and spin them into something understandable. What bothers me is that as a soon-to-be debut novelist, I'm expected to write at a beyond professional standard just to have the chance of being noticed. Yet, a writer who has been in the business for decades can get away with lazy stuff that even someone starting out would avoid and say that he just wants to challenge his audience. But hey, when Batman has defeated all the villains to find yet one more in his Batcave telling him he's trapped, well, of course, it's challenging the reader, really making them think and contemplate when Batman reveals a secret trap door that leads to an underground volcano that only Bruce Wayne knows about. Legitimate storytelling, and not the kind of story that a 5-year-old would concoct with their plastic toys. Anyway, that's just my little vent. I want to tell a story in novel form, and I should feel privileged that I have a variety of options available to me. I was back on the radio. I've co-hosted twice since my last podcast. I was a lot more present and aware, though I did slightly geek out about the Anglo-Saxons, mentioning that I listened to podcasts about them every night, in reference to a question about men supposedly thinking about the Roman Empire on a surprisingly regular basis. The first time, I had some fidget toys with me, and that certainly helped. When I used to teach, I always had something in my hands, and I think it's the same with broadcasting. It's strange to lock my body up when I'm used to my hands doing something when I talk. The second time, I forgot my fidget toys. I found myself swiveling around in my chair a lot. I've definitely become a lot more aware of how well I do or don't do at unscripted conversations. I got caught out a couple of times when a question was directed at me, or I floundered when a new topic of conversation was brought up out of the blue. And that went out, live on the radio. Am I a natural presenter? No. But I know that I have good taste in music, and I want my shows to be more about that than me. I also know that when I'm in control and can just lose myself in what I want to be giving to the audience, I feel like a little bit of me that's been tucked away for a very long time shines out. I've got a long way to go before I find my radio voice, and I don't know if what I'm doing is letting the real me shine out, or if I'm putting on an old character that hasn't been seen for a while. However, I'm feeling freer and less confined than I have for a long time. And this is where I shall leave you. Until next time, TTFN.